Last drive, here it is. Go. Team need a score for the win. 6. Third down, gotta throw it to a woman. Why? Cause it's red. Damn, capisce for 10. First defense tweak, they were supposed to be in man. Make Chicago flag great again. Make Chicago flag great again. Last play, here it is. Team need a score for the win. Touchdown. Damn, watch out for the blitz. Had the flag for the sack, but they missed. Shit. Hail Mary, threw it up, caught the ball, hit a dip, then a spin. That's a touchdown for the win. Go on, do your dance, do your dance. Make Chicago flag great again. 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 Hail Mary, threw it up, caught the ball, hit a dip, then a spin. That's a touchdown for the win. Make Chicago flag great again. Yeah. Let's do it. What's up, people? Is it too early to say good evening? Or is it too late to say good afternoon? We like right now in between, huh? Oh, no. Yeah. Well, what's up, y'all? Good day. It's another episode of Make Chicago Flag Great Again. It's your host, Zay, a.k.a. El Magnifico, a.k.a. Running Ass Black Dude, a.k.a. Savion A. Smith, a.k.a. Skip Zalis. All right, I think that's all I'm out today.
I've never heard you say Skip Zalis.
Yeah.
That was fine.
I'm trying to add to it each week. I just been forgetting. We've been doing other shit. Just ain't clicked at the beginning. Yeah, I got my bag a little bit today. But what's up, y'all? Random Friday. Game 1 of the finals was yesterday. I had some other things going on. So we had to push the show back. Here we are today, trying to get this info out, talk about this week 6 and week 7 mashup that we just had. We're going to have week 7 and week 8 mashup coming up this week. So we had quite a few more games to play. We had some teams with doubleheaders. It's about that time for playoffs to start. Things are getting rough for teams, and the sun is starting to come out for others. You got good fortune, bad fortune. What was going right for other teams was going wrong with others. This is the last week. Some teams have doubleheaders. It's playoff time, man. Shit is getting critical. So before I highlight my sponsors, let's take this first shot of the show. My boy D-Sign sitting right up on the camera today. We got a different location today. Couldn't shoot in the studio today, so we are out. Oh, wow. Okay.
FTK.
Yeah, for sure, man. Today was the last administrative day for all my CPS people. Shout out to y'all getting out of school. Now all y'all got to find something to do with y'all kids during the day. They're out of school, hopefully, and in some camps, learning some sports or some trades. They've been being productive. They're not just sitting home on these games and electronics. So hopefully they're finding them something to do and go have a good summer. Get them outside. They'll go do something. Let's holler at the sponsors, man. Let's just go ahead and get through this. First sponsor up is my boy D-Sign with the podcast process.
Podcast Process by DSign is a hands-on service that offers expertise from an executive producer's point of view. DSign offers a free 15-minute consulting service to align your vision with the services he can offer. You see the work that he does here as the executive producer of Make Chicago Flat Great Again, his channel of podcasts like The Players Pit, and he even wrote a book on the podcast process. Follow his page on Instagram at _podcast process. Next up is my boy Brandon with Eye Level to Sky Level. Eye Level to Sky Level offers anything audio visual. The mastermind behind Mic'd Up brings the creativity of capturing your vision on camera from ground level to the skies. Live events like sporting events, celebrations like prom send-offs, weddings, proposals, parties. He even offers drone photography, and the capabilities become as endless as your imagination on what you can capture. Follow the page on Instagram at EL2SL. Next up, we have Angel with Slight Customs Custom Shop. Anything customized apparel-wise, whether it be t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatshorts, sweatpants, socks, hoodies, sweat shorts, anything that you can think of to be customized, book bags, hats. Angel can get it done. You have a vision, hit up Angel to get your customized needs. You've seen the work that she's done, working with our ladies of the week, woman MVPs. She made the cups for the woman MVPs. So, you know, the capabilities go as far as that. So reach out to Angel with Slight Customs Custom Shop. Just Lana Designs and Events offers custom apparel for birthdays, bachelorette parties, and even sports teams jerseys. She loves event planning and decor. She will bring your vision to life. The goal of Just Lana Designs is to make even the simplest gesture special. So don't wait to celebrate yourself and your loved ones in a significant way. Just Lana is here to help. We make moments memorable. Forgotten Kings and Queens by Malcolm, custom apparel as well with t-shirt, sweatshorts, sweatpants, sweatshorts, hats, hoodies, backpacks, socks, pretty much anything apparel-wise. Forgotten Kings and Queens. You guys see the logo here. Hit up Malcolm for all your customized needs. And then we have Somebody Daddy with Jess. It's Father's Day special going on. You guys got a couple more days for the sale. $20 per shirt. Reach out to Jess and that JES Do It Yourself on Instagram. Follow the page. Reach out to Jess. Get somebody daddy a shirt. Might not be your daddy, but it's somebody daddy. Get him a shirt. Holla at the Father's Day special that Jess has going on. And then my own brand, ZSPN, that I'm pushing right now. Pretty much myself behind the camera, testing my hand with video and editing and, just offering those services, from bringing the creativity from this standpoint and point of view, doing my sports journalism on the field, my highlight tapes with the camera and editing, things like that. And, if you guys need some camera work done, just reach out and let me know. You guys can follow the page at ZSPN Sports. Phew. I feel like I should take another shot because we got a little bit to talk about. It got a little spicy at the field this week. You've had some teams that found good fortune in week 6.5, 7, and some teams that crashed and burned and on their way out the playoffs. You had teams sitting in real good position before the week. They had to play them doubleheaders, and it got ugly. But on the flip side of that, you had a couple teams have a really good day. Just gonna take this shot before I get into everything. So some of these games, teams have already been eliminated from playoff contention. They just playing, because it's 8 regular season games, no forfeits. You got to see it through. We appreciate everybody being out there. Everybody show up, play your games, no matter what the standings are. I guess it becomes a pride thing. You don't want to be the last team at the end of the day. And I think, historically, teams have done a pretty good job of sticking around playing these games. So salute to y'all on seeing it through, whether you're having the greatest season that you've ever had or the worst season you ever had. Shout out to y'all for playing these games. But with this 9 o'clock game, We're gonna get Pressure and Terror Squad, and I'm gonna just run through a couple of these because like I said, they are out of playoff contention, and I don't want to be up here all day. It's a Friday afternoon, it's early evening. We can just get on up out of here and get these updates out. So yeah, neither team is really threatening to make the playoffs. Pressure would need a lot to happen for them to make the playoffs. I think they're sitting at 4 losses. I think they got 2 games this week. So I want to say there might not be any 5-loss teams in the playoffs this season.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's looking real slim for that. So right now, Pressure is at I forget how many losses they have.
I didn't even know they won 2 games.
Right, yeah. But, they snuck their games in. Where they at? Yeah, they 2-4 right now. So they got 2 games this week. They have to avoid a loss, and they need somebody else to lose for them to make it. But where they stand right now, I don't see them making it because they have to win 2 games in a week, and they've won 2 games all season. I don't see it happening. Demon Time re-up. 2 more teams that are likely not making the playoffs. Both teams, they might actually already be eliminated from playoff contention. Yeah, Demon Time and re-up. We have Demon Time at 2-4 and re-up at 0-7. So neither team is looking likely to make the playoffs. Demon Time, like I said, needs 2 wins this week and a lot of people to lose. And depending on those points allowed, it might be a wrap. Next game, we have Southside Assassins and Mob Ties. Southside Assassins is pretty much eliminated. Mob Ties has a bit of hope, actually, being, I want to say Mob Ties might be in the 16th.
Mob Ties is 4-3.
They're in that. They are 11 right now. They sit in the 11th seed.
Okay.
So, yeah, shout out to first-year quarterback Ken, sitting in the 11th spot. That's not a bad spot to be in your first season. Usually it don't go well for your teams. But being in position for the playoffs, you just got to win this last week to make sure that you stay in there. Because, Mob Ties is in our division. They're at 4-3, so they got 1 game they got to win. Could be 4-4. Like I said, they no 5-loss team, so it's gonna be quite a few 4-4s. You don't want to be that last one to get left out with all the points allowed. So need to watch it. But good win here, 28-6, beating a team that you should have beaten. Reckless versus Open Bar. Reckless. This was a good win for Reckless. Open Bar is having a terrible season again. Reckless won 36-14. Being in the AKA Digital Division, this puts Reckless at 5-2, 4-1 in the division. Open Bar at 1-5 at 0-4 in the division. Well, actually, it might be 0-5 in the division because they got 1 game this week. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, they're not gonna win a game in the division. I didn't see them being this bad, but they might play Southside Assassins this week. So
I got a guy that played receiver. I never seen him before. He nice. He nice. I don't know where they found him from, but he nice.
Okay.
Maybe he knows talking about that when he's watching. He's doing some shit.
Well, it ain't been helping too much.
This was actually my first time actually seeing him, but I don't see many Open Bar games. So of this, I don't see many Open Bar games.
Fair. All right, so moving next, and I'm gonna apologize to Habibi right now. For some reason, y'all logo did not want to cooperate. But
what the fuck? Can you tell the backstory of this, please? Because they don't understand what's going on right now. That motherfucker was not showing up.
So it was a little delay starting out because we were going through the show after I sent it to D-Sign, and Habibi's logo wasn't popping up. So, at one point we just said we couldn't let Habibi's logo hold us up anymore. So we just started it. I sent it to him like 3 times. The last one didn't have it. We started it, and I was prepared to apologize to Habibi, but here it goes. So yeah, 24-0. And before leading into this, Habibi was sitting in a really good spot They were 4-1 going into the week. They had the doubleheader listed. They had Hitman and T1T. So they come out here and they goose egg to begin the crash and burn. This is when they lose the controls on the season. And scroll back up a little bit so I can just make sure I see.
Can't really because of the layout that I have.
Okay, all right, well, never mind. Do your thing. But yeah, it was all good just a week ago. You 4-1. You know, I got a text thread with my boy Tim going. You know, every time something happened, you know, I've been saying a few things, and Tim ain't been liking it. But I told him all they got to go out and do is play. I'd prove them right on a couple things, and they are one of those teams that, you know, was flourishing for a easy strength of schedule on the front end of their schedule. And then the back end is just gotten bad. That's 2 losses in a row. You know, they didn't score this game. So, you know, they have their doubleheader a little bit later in the day. So we'll get back to see how they did with that one. But this starts their streak. They had 2 losses in a row. Being at 4-1, that's not good to end the season. Next game, we have Bad Intentions versus Legion of Doom. And this one really wasn't too much of a playoff implication. Legion of Doom is pretty much going to get in.
They kind of roll.
Yeah, I feel like preseason I had them going 5-3, 6-2, and it's looking like
It was home.
they can finish just about at that. I want to say right now they are. Legion of Doom is 4-3. Yeah, and they can finish 5-3. Because I expect them to win this game that they had this week. And it's in the division. So you know, Bad Intentions, this was just not a good season for them. It's all bad. 1-5, 1-4 in the division. This was that crossover. You know, you wanted to see Rambo do better, but it just didn't work out that way. The connection that he had with his receivers over there, and Hitman, he just don't have the same connection here with Bad Intentions. So, you know, they trying to figure a few things out. So it's not looking good for Bad Intentions. I'm pretty sure they're eliminated from playoff contention. So we're going to go ahead and move on.
Real rough season.
Yeah. Boom versus Flagrant. This was a funny game. Because it was a lot of back and forth preseason between these two teams. I know a few people from Boom had been feeling, you know, like, you know, they were turning the corner. They did miss their starting quarterback this week, which made things a little bit more difficult.
It's true.
Yeah, 26-12. You know, Flagrant did what they needed to do, but I just want to point out. And I'm pretty sure this will get back to him, but my boy Zay that plays on Boom. And this is why I call you Lil Zay, because what you let Gretchen get away with, you know, he was matched up with Gretchen, whatever the scheme was, but, you know, she made too many plays. It was a head top play, and she ran a whip route and made my man dive into every muscle in his shoulder.
I think they said he broke his collarbone.
Yeah, I think he's done. I think he's done. And that's why you're Lil Zay. Okay? And you're going to stay Lil Zay forever because I'm Big Zay. So that's just how it is, bro. Like, shit like this happens to you. Okay? But yeah, Boom is now, I want to say, fighting for their playoff.
Are they?
Yeah, they're in 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, they right there on the edge, depending on what happens this week. And we'll get to that as far as predictions go. But this last week is going to be pretty important because you're sitting at the last few seeds. You know, somebody just right behind, they give up less points and then you lose, or you give up too many points this last week. You can easily fall out of the playoff race because it's only 16 that's going to get in. But yeah, definitely get better. But, you know, somebody send Lil Zay a teddy bear or something.
Teddy bear's nuts.
Yeah, Lil Zay need a teddy bear. After Boom and Flagrant, we have Evil and Hard to Guard. Now, I feel like this was a good win for Evil. Evil is one of those teams that I mentioned that had a really good day with the doubleheader, and I wasn't expecting Evil to come out and play the way they did. They went 2-0 on today. I'm gonna jump the gun and just tell you how they did. 33-26. This was a good win for them, and it was a good win because they were 1-4 coming into the week. So with 2 wins on the day, that brings them to 3-4, put them back right in the playoff race. They get a win this week, and they give up less points than the next 4-14. They squeeze on into the race, into the top 16. So that's the way to play strong to close the season out. Pretty impressive because Eagles team is not built for that Elite Eight Final Four day. They some vets. They're a little seasoned. Playing 2 games in a day. That's kind of rough on their body.
Literally seasoned.
Yeah, so it gets kind of tough for a team like that, and it's impressive to see that a team of that experience comes out and they play to decent teams. Hard to guard on the down year, they first year back, but Evil. It was 2 impressive wins on the day. I don't really. It don't matter who they played. For them to win 2 games in a day, that's some playoff.
Still good shit. Yeah,
that's good. So shout out to them, getting their record at 3-4, keeping their playoff hopes alive. Hard to guard, they might be done, but stick a fork in them, it might be over with for them. They're 2-5, and like I said, there won't be any 5-loss teams in the playoffs unless something just wild happens this last week.
Even if something wild happened, I just can't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either, but it's possible. Something wild could happen. A few people could lose, not care, or even be trying to avoid certain teams. You just never know what wild thoughts go on in these teams' head, trying to play with seedings and matchups going into the last week. They out there calculating the points and everything.
Yeah, he already
so they still scheming. I had
give up 16 points this week.
Yeah, for sure. I had a few teams, reach out, sending me, brackets and so if we beat them, but we beat them and we had them, but so we should be, it's all kind of plotting and scheming going on right now. So stay dangerous this last week. If I was y'all, I just go ahead and win. Don't be trying to lose and keep the points no kind of way. Just go ahead and win your game.
Control.
Right. This next game is, wasn't too much of to talk about here. An undefeated team going against a defeated team. T1T is rolling. More than likely is going to finish undefeated. There's not really too much to say here. They rolled them and kept going. Next game we have Stony versus 420. Definitely was a good game. This was the one that I wanted to see for the day. Y'all played at 1, right?
Yes.
You got the rush rule. You actually rushed this game.
All game. I played no offense.
Yeah, I see. You did what was needed for this one.
Yep.
Okay. It was a lot of back and forth here. It comes down to conversion. These kind of games. Started out with fireworks. I want to say first drive they scored in 4 plays. Then y'all came back, scored in 3.
Was it 4?
Yeah, it was like 4 plays. Then y'all came back.
Busted coverage, man. Like busted coverage on the back end.
Yeah, Juice ran a post. It busted. He was running free.
It was wide open.
Yeah. And then y'all come back and score with, I want to say, Marcel.
Mm-hmm. Big play, Marcel. Big play by Marcel.
I thought y'all called him Big Play Marcel.
I was saying big play by Marcel.
Okay.
You big play Marcel for that?
Yeah, for sure.
He caught that bitch at like what? Midfield?
Yeah, midfield, took it up the sideline. It was a good play.
Yeah.
And then I want to say 420.
Yeah, they came down and they scored again.
Back to back. Yeah, it was back and forth. And
That's a tough drive, man.
Yeah, and then Lane right before half, with 50 seconds left, comes back and scores again.
Yeah. was crazy.
Yeah, so
Then we got the ball back.
and then got and I feel like that's what kind of changed a lot of what was going on. You ain't got to tiptoe, man.
So God, man, you know what I'm saying, man?
You know, I'm behind the scenes.
I feel like that kind of what changed the tide. Stoney scoring right before half and then getting the ball back after half and coming out to score. So now y'all playing from ahead. The pressure's on them to score.
Yeah, we 14-12.
Mm-hmm.
14-12, I believe.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, like 14-12, I believe.
14-12 was 12-10, one or the other. No, we got our first conversion. But anyway, yeah, shit, man. We took 10 minutes off the clock. Like
It got real slow.
we took 10 minutes off the clock coming out of half. 10, 11 minutes off the clock coming out the half.
And it makes me nervous for 420 playing in close games. I've been saying this for a while. Them in close games makes me nervous.
Yeah, we get the ball coming out of half. You know what I'm saying? We get the ball coming out of half. Shit, we take 10, 11 minutes off the clock. Shit, we got stopped.
Definitely got stopped. That was the stop they needed.
Yeah, man, we got stopped. We thinking like, shit, they ain't stopped us yet. We finna go down here and put this motherfucker out of reach.
And it didn't go high.
We gonna be up at least.
It did not go how you planned on it to go. But then they turn around and don't score.
Yeah, that bitch right back. Yeah, that bitch right back.
You gotta take advantage when you can, man. They
was pouring out.
They smoked the opportunity here. They did.
It was pouring out. Like,
They smoked the opportunity. So that just starts their crash. They lose control here because they had a bad day going 0-2. So it's tough to see a team. They were in the top 10, I want to say number 6 coming into the week, and losing two back-to-back is just
it was in our
tough.
top 5 last year, like mainly because of points. Like
Points allowed. I mean, they weren't giving up that many points this season. Like I said, I feel like statistically they gave up the least amount of points out of all the teams as of last week, and then to come this week and drop 2 games, it's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, inconsistent. It's a wrong time of the season to do that. So yeah, this drops them to 3-3. Yeah, this drops them to 3-3. Stony is 1 loss, so this puts them at 5-1. So all right, next game we got High Speed versus Legacy. For a second, it looked like High Speed was gonna win this game. They had Legacy on the ropes. Legacy's all out of sorts. No Sunshine. Sunshine hurt his back. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but D-Baby had to quarterback his way through this game. To start, they struggled. They got off to a slow start. Defense was getting scored on, and it looked like High Speed had figured it out scoring-wise, like I said last week.
Not far, man.
Huh?
They not far, man.
Yeah, they're a couple, they're a little experience away from being a solid team. Like they are trying to turn the corner and get into those last couple spots in the playoffs. Like right now, I want to say they 2-5, but they're playing better football. It ain't translating to the wins, but the way their games are going, they're not just getting blown out and they're not scoring. I think with teams as they're developing, they start to figuring out how to score, and then they start to figuring out what defenses work. And then the athletes come once you start getting some kind of success. Get people motivated, they're getting better. So they trying to figure it out. This is one of the teams from the Sweeney Todd spinoff. Their quarterback situation don't look too bad. They got to develop their ladies some more. They got a few athletes over there. So they're not far away from being a solid team trying to go 4-4 in the season and squeeze into the playoffs.
Maybe even like a 5-3, depending on what division they in.
That it would have to be one of those divisions to where it's just blessings the whole 7. 5-3 is tough.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 5 wins is hard.
Yeah. That's kind of
about 5 wins is hard.
Yeah. But Legacy found a way in this one. They short. They're playing without Reggie, without their starting quarterback. Their number 2 receiver is playing quarterback, and then just everybody else is just who shows up. So they need some help. They need that people to show up. They need that people to be healthy. But I would not sleep on Legacy. Yes, they're having a down season, and they might be in a little bit of trouble. I want to say they got 3 losses, and but the wild part is they can still win that division. I think they only have 1 loss in the division, and they play Flagrant the last week, who has no losses in the division. But if they beat Flagrant, that would create, some kind of 3-way tie for the division lead, I believe, because of the division. So we'll see. It might get weird. This last week does have some playoff implications. So
so much shit.
Yeah, like Legacy can go from a 12 seed to a 4 seed.
So now you drop to Flagrant, they'd be like the highest 2 seed.
Yeah, so they'll drop to like a 6-7.
Drop like 6-7.
Mm-hmm. Just because they only have 1 loss. That'll put them at 2 losses, but with least amount of points. So yeah, 6-7.
Legacy just drop up like 9 spots, right?
Yeah, they go to the 4 seed. That'd be the worst division winner.
If
with 3 losses.
If you a lower seed and you worried about numbers and records and shit, you need Flagrant to win this week. Because if Flagrant drop out, it automatically bump at least one of y'all out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Automatically.
So that last week is going to be pretty important. I don't think a loss will put them out of the playoffs. I mean, it'll make it weird because it'll give them four losses. So the points allowed to make a difference, but I don't think Legacy would be bumped all the way out the playoffs. I don't think they've just given up so many points. But this next game, Habibi and FS1, and like I said, Habibi back to, I got FS1 and loaded. But this is supposed to be, yeah. So just give me the screen, because that's how I'm sending y'all off. FS1 and Habibi, yeah. Cool hat.
Nice.
Yeah, Habibi surprised me. They went goose egg in 2 days in the day. Now, Habibi is for sure not equipped for 2 games in 1 day. They barely have enough people to play on Sundays. And, they've been getting by. Y'all been letting them skate. And it's kind of funny. Nobody wants to roster check Habibi because you're not worried about Habibi. But if it was anybody else, y'all would be screaming roster check.
Like, who was dude? Who was hurt?
Yeah, and Habibi, I love Habibi. I ain't saying nothing all season, but y'all been letting them slide. They done won a few games that they could have lost on a roster check, but ain't nobody checking for Habibi, so you could get away with that. But to not score in 2 games and you chilling, you on cruise control. You on cruise control. I mean, okay. You on cruise control. You don't score. You giving up a lot of points and you losing. You go from 4-1 to 4-3 at the end of the day. That's a crash and burn. You just pretty much you watching your season. You watching your season just go down the drain. Like it's just dwindling away. Appreciate you, Lana. You just watch your season go away. So, I mean, you have to win this week. And I feel like Habibi plays T1T this week. There might be another loss, and they might be on their way. So, yeah, I think it'll come down to points. You're getting shut out and give up a lot of points.
3 straight shutouts after starting 4-1.
But
crazy.
This would make it weird again because now they're going to be sitting at another 4-loss team. So it's going to come down to points again.
Boy, Sunday finna be like selection Sunday, boy. Joy, you need to do a selection Sunday, bro.
It's gonna be so many 500 teams. I mean, ain't no point in him doing selection Sunday because soon as the game's over, they're gonna be filling out.
These niggas out there already like
what? They gonna be at the scores table. All right, they gave up that, cool, and they gonna have it figured out already.
Selection Sunday will be fire, man.
Yeah. So, this next game, Evil versus Legacy. Like I said, Evil had a day. They went 2-0 on the day.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, all right, that's okay. Good fun.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, I got you. Go crazy. You straight. Go for it.
I feel like Evil, they had to party hard. It was Remy's birthday the other day. Remy had a day. Remy made some plays.
Shout out
on
to
Sundays. Shout out to Remy. Happy birthday. I told you happy birthday on your day. She's starting to emerge as one of the sleepers as far as ladies go. She made some good catches, all hands, running across the field. She's showing some speed. She's scoring touchdowns. John Bowles looked focused. And just quite frankly, Legacy missed their starting quarterback. They missed Reggie. D-Baby was getting sacked. The offense was looking slow, lethargic. Defense weren't getting well. I mean, I guess they were getting stops. Legacy. I mean, Evo only scored 13, but this was not the typical team that you're used to seeing from Legacy. Sailor Remy. You gotta cut out the illegal recruiting, dude. That's like two of them that I've caught. I done caught them twice. Yeah,
in the middle of the season.
That's crazy work. This is a public platform, bro. Like, you gotta relax. But yeah, and then you got Vince comment, oh yeah, they on heels. But yeah, like Legacy was hurt. They were short. All credit to Evil because they did what they had to do with the roster that Legacy put up. And for that to be their second game and pull that off, shout out to them. Any team that I see Magic running routes and catching, salute to y'all because I think that's pretty impressive, especially playing 2 games in it. And Magic off them MGDs. He is.
At least 3 of them bitches.
For sure. I mean, he keep a 6-pack in his, so he'll play and then switch into his cargos and throw the MGDs right in his cargos. Like, he walked up on me like, you want a beer? Pull one right out his pocket. Cold. Like, damn, how long was that in there? Cold, bro.
Nigga got insulated pockets, boy.
Man, them cargo pants, bro. He'd make it happen.
Everybody like tampering.
Because y'all see what he doing right in front of y'all face. Decent.
Oh yeah, it's time. I mean, Remy my intern though, so she obligated.
Yeah, Remy all good with me.
Yeah, she.
Nah, they just getting off work. See that number going up.
Number going up Fridays, baby.
All them CPS people just leaving the job.
Yo, my mom got out y'all last PD meeting.
That's the last couple. But all right, this next game we have Loaded versus 420. 420 completes the crash and burn.
Oh boy, I just wanted to be a fly in y'all group meet. Sunday. I just want to be a fly in the 420 group meet Sunday.
It was probably a lot of finger pointing.
Hey bro. I don't. They Chicago flag red again though. We gonna drink.
I don't really know what to say about this 420 team, man. This was and then the opportunity that they had here, this was kind of like a layup, right? You would think, because Loaded starting quarterback left after the first game, was not playing this game. So you take away Gooch from, being the rotating in the receiver, playing defense, to taking him off of the receiver, out of the receiver room. He's the quarterback now. And you got Gooch quarterbacking this game. So you would think 420 would have the advantage going in, right?
Thought it was going to be a long day. And it looked like it was going to be a long day. It started out like it was
kind of
a long day.
They let Gooch start to get some confidence. He started making plays. He turned around talking shit to me. He told us, I need to be on ZSPN. Put me on there. Watch this. He got the flexing a little bit. And it wasn't nothing 420 could have did about it.
Yeah, once he got his confidence rolling, he got the talking and shit. He got the point and dancing and all salsa and all that shit. I'm like,
Benita started the day. She started the game on. Benita was playing against her former team. This was the last team that she was on last fall. So she came out playing with a chip on her shoulder, like
to both sides.
Yeah, she got it in on both sides of the ball. Her and Meek, they had some decent interactions. Benita broke up a couple passes. Meek made some plays too, but Benita showed up and really put her stamp on the game. Gooch was just the best athlete on the field. The passes that he was making were kind of impressive. I'm talking about dropping them in the bucket.
Nah, for sure.
He cross field, touchdown.
Running.
I do this shit. He turned around was like, I do this shit one time. And I was like, I've never seen you quarterback.
He was talking crazy, bro.
But
yeah, he was killing it at the same time.
Yeah, he was talking and backing it up. And in a close game, I mean, Gooch did whatever he wanted to do, man. And this was, I feel like, an opportunity that 420 let go by. You know, this was to solidify their playoff spot. This was an opportunity to take advantage of a team without their players. So yeah, I really don't even know. I skipped our game, Cartel versus Family. We won 13-12. We won in overtime. It's really nothing to talk about. That drops Family.
It was actually a great game.
I mean, it was a good game.
I can't say there's nothing to talk about. That bitch was busting.
I mean, it's just because of their record now. So it puts them in danger at being out the playoffs. We're still undefeated. We're 6-0. We have 2 games the last week. Family, I don't know, they up and down, inconsistent. You know, they would tell you like, yeah, we almost beat y'all. We almost really big. Sure, it was a good game. It was a good game.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I take the end results. They definitely, I say for us to show up how we showed up, I was lucky. Yeah, I feel lucky that we got out that game with a win. They had so many opportunities to go up. They could have went up 2 scores in this game. And not scoring right before half. They could have took the lead there, didn't score. And then, because our offense was real slow. We played with Bobby Starks, no Will, no Nick, no BT, no Lydia. So, yeah, it was just like, we were kind of short. So I thought,
that's some adversity.
For sure. But, if this was a game we was going to lose, I saw, that being the game. That could have been it. Like, damn, this is how we go out by not showing up. But, luckily it was Dre's birthday. He wasn't himself. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Happy birthday, Dre.
His birthday was last week.
Was he playing like it was his birthday?
He was playing like he celebrated his birthday for sure. He was in anytime he wasn't playing or didn't have his cleats on, he was in that tent sleep. So y'all probably didn't see too much of Dre. My man was knocked out, couldn't really hold his head up. He was sick, hungover, good. But you picked the wrong day to do that because you let us get out of one. But to go over the divisions as I wrapped up week 6.5, 7. Yeah. We can just go ahead and look at these divisions. AK Digital division at 6-7 against the other divisions, 3-2 versus Credit Geeks. Have not figured out against Full Clip being 0-3, and 3-2 versus My Block, My Hood, My City. Cartel sits in first place at 6-0, 4-0 in the division. Reckless at 5-2, 4-1 in the division. Mob Ties at 4-3, 2-3 in the division. Family at 3-3, 3-1 in the division. Infantry at 2-4, at 2-2 in the division, and Open Bar at 1-5, 0-4 in the division. Southside 1-6, 1-5 in the division. So more than likely, Infantry, Open Bar, and Southside have already been eliminated. They got 2 games left. I don't see those teams getting in. Because they got 2 games left, or 1 game left for a couple of these for Southside, but the odds are not in their favor. And the Family and Mob Ties need a couple things to go right for them and a few things to go wrong for a few other teams to make it in. So potentially 2 teams making it out this division to the playoffs, but at most I see 3.
Hey, real quick, we got 99 subscribers on YouTube, man. One of y'all watching ain't subscribed. Stop being petty, bro. So we can get 100. One of y'all subscribe.
somebody in here that
somebody let us hit this milestone real quick.
All of y'all ain't subscribed.
I just happen to look like, damn, 99.
Let's do it.
Subscribe. Share it. Do what you got to do. Subscribe. Y'all tweaking. Stop playing with us.
But we appreciate y'all pulling up. All right, so Credit Geeks division is 5-6 against the other divisions. 2-3 versus AK Digital, 1-3 versus Full Clip, and 3-0 undefeated against My Block, My Hood, My City. T1T at first place, 7-0, 5-0 in the division. Hitman at 5-2, 4-1 in the division. Habibi and Legion of Doom both at 4-3. Habibi at 3-3 in the division, and LOD at 3-2. Pressure at 2-4, 2-2 in the division. Playmakers at 0-6, 0-4 in the division. And Terror Squad at 1-5 at 1-3 in the division. So, you know, Credit Geeks is looking pretty solid. Habibi and Legion of Doom need some things to go right for them and things to go wrong for a few other teams, but it looks like T1T and Hitman are gonna make their way in. So, you know, good luck to them on figuring that out in this last week.
You remember Terror Squad was talking crazy?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but since when haven't they been talking crazy? They just knew that they arrived. You know, Rashad started off the season talking crazy to me. And last season they started off 4-0 and didn't make the playoffs. This season they just, you know, one game in. And they might lose this week. So you never know. What we have, Full Clip Photography division, which, you know, yeah, they ain't been fucking around with these other divisions. 10-3 against the other divisions. 3-0 versus AK Digital. 2-2. So that should be 10-4. 2-2 versus Credit Geeks, and 3-2 versus My Block, My Hood, My City. Pretty much dominating against the other divisions. Stony in first place at 6-1, 5-0 in the division. FS1 at 5-2, 4-2 in the division. Band at 5-1 at 4-1 in the division. Now that's an interesting top 3. Well, even Loaded at 5-2 at 3-2 in the division. You know, 4 teams in the division have 5 wins. Now I'm pretty sure all 4 of them will make it.
That's tough.
But that's very tough. Their only losses are pretty much coming to each other and maybe a crossover game. But 420 in danger at 3-4 at 2-3 in the division. Demon Time at 2-4 at 1-4 in the division, and Re-Up at 0-7, 0-5 in the division. I say Re-Up and Demon Time are pretty much eliminated. 420 is on the bubble. They have to win this week against the band for them to make it.
That's a tough game, bro.
I feel like they have to.
That game should have been 6 o'clock, yo.
Yeah, this should have been
the schedule. Like, nah, this shit's 6 o'clock.
This for sure should have been a 6 o'clock game, because this has playoff implications all over it. Not necessarily on the band's end, but the band could put 420 out of their misery. This would definitely help one of those teams already with 4 losses and trying to keep that place. Or one of those teams with 3 losses and can afford another loss because they need one of those 4-loss teams to get 5 and help them slide in. So. Yeah. Teams are definitely plotting on 420's downfall. And they backs against the wall. So I want to see what they're gonna do this week. They playing against a tough band. I'm looking forward to see what they do. My Block, My Hood, My City at 4-9 against the other divisions. 2-3 versus AK Digital. 0-3 versus Credit Geeks. 2-3 versus Full Clip. Flagrant in first place is 6-1, 4-0 in the division. Legacy at 4-3, 4-1 in the division. Now it's gonna be interesting because those 2 play each other this week, and that'll pretty much be for the division. If Legacy finds a way to win, Flagrant will be at 4-1, and they'll be tied for the division winner. So it'll be interesting if Legacy is able to win the division with 3 losses, and Flagrant has 2. That'll get real interesting. I want to say the tiebreaker is going to come down to head-to-head before it gets to the record, since it's in the division. So that'll flip a lot of the playoff season.
I think in the division, that tiebreaker is head-to-head.
Yeah, so that'll flip a lot of shit upside down.
Because us and Loaded had something similar last season.
Yeah. Did I get LOD an extra loss? They're definitely 4-2. I have them finishing 6-2, so you might be right, darling. But Boom at 4-3, 3-3 in the division. Evil at 3-4, 2-3 in the division. Hard to Guard at 2-5, 2-3 in the division. High Speed at 2-5, 1-4 in the division. And Bad Intentions at 1-5, at 1-4 in the division. Hard to Guard has, I want to say had another disappointing regular season. They've been on the low. This happened right before they disbanded, before they had a bad season, and then they decided, like, all right, we need to step away, go play with somebody else, and they came back and they right back to it. Maybe they just need to stay apart because this ain't working. I can't even put everything on Tay. Before I would say Tay on Tay. He get to the playoffs, can't win a first round game, but his receivers are dropping a lot of passes. He's finding a lot of his receivers. He's finding them open, and they are dropping them. And it doesn't look good. It makes the quarterback look bad. Makes him look very bad. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be his fault why they not scoring. But his receivers got to catch the ball. Oh, so I can't even put everything on Tay this season. He's kind of doing what he needs to do, besides when he's throwing picks. But I've seen it quite a bit where those receivers need to catch the ball, the guys and the ladies. Evil is being up and down. They're pretty inconsistent right now, but they played big last week, so they're trying to finish the season strong. Apparently, you can start off 4-0 and miss the playoffs. So why not start off the other way around and make the playoffs? I guess it's the right time that you win and who you beat that make it count. So Evil trying to sneak in, Boom trying to sneak in. Legacy is trying to pull off something that's kind of wild with this division game. So I'm looking forward to Legacy and Flagrant this week for the division. Yeah.
If everybody show up.
If everybody. I mean, I feel like they should, because Legacy kind of they don't want to go 4-4. Especially with depending on how many points that they're going to give up this week. So they need this win. Hopefully, Sunshine is healthy. Hopefully Reggie is healthy. Hopefully Legacy's players show up, because at this point, this is playoffs for them. They could miss the playoffs depending on how many points they've given up. So
that shit's shaky.
Yeah, so don't tweak. Flagrant, really has nothing to lose here. They want the 4 seed, but if they don't get it, they probably get a 6-7. Okay.
How crazy it'll be if you go 4-2 in your division. I'm talking about Legacy.
6
and which would put them at 4-4.
Uh-huh.
So they go 4-2 in their division. Let's say if they lose the Flagrant and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, they be in this situation, and it looks like there will be no Bobby Snowden this last week.
Oh.
So that gives Legacy some hope. Oh. It looks like Vino's going to quarterback.
Now we got a game.
So Legacy got a chance.
Is it Vino versus D, baby?
I don't know. I hope not.
You say you think with that?
Nah, I don't want to see that.
You want to see the step for step?
Yeah, like I want to see Bobby versus Sunshine. That's what I want to see. But we gonna get what we gonna get, because I can't even be mad. We show up how we show up. I know people be wanting to see Nick, and Nick done played I don't know how many games. I just played my 3rd game, so. All right, top 10. We got Habibi, surprisingly, at number 10.
After all that shit you talk.
After all that shit I talked, they still gave up 92 points, and they only have 3 losses. So compared to the other teams, even though they are on a skid of games, that they still make the top 10. 4-3, 92 points allowed. There's number 10, Habibi. At number 9, I have Loaded, who had a hell of a Sunday, winning 2 games. Big wins. Keeps them. It was looking ugly. At 3-2, with that day that they had, they could be sitting in 420 spot right now. So, they did what they had to do. They were short the second game and won. So they showed their resilience in that second game for sure. So 5-2, 109 points allowed. At number 8, I have Hitmen at 5-2 at 94 points allowed. They've been playing some good football. They got a kid over there who's making a name for herself, DC. So it's not just the receiver. It's not just, it's not Rambo. We see that they eliminated that factor and said it's not just Rambo. They actually have a team and they playing hard. They actually gave T1T everything they could ask for last week.
A lot of people thought they was going to regress without Rambo. They still doing the shit.
Yeah, they said what they said. They was like, fuck Rambo. Fuck y'all who talking about y'all bogus. We want to get rid of them. And they standing on that. And they are 5-2 going into the last week of the season. So, what's going to be the telltale is what they do in the playoffs. They made it out the first round last season.
We'll see if they can do it again.
Damn, you made me yawn, bro.
That's that tequila too, boy.
No, I need another shot.
I need another one too. What we talking about?
So yeah,
DK.
At number 7, we have Reckless at 5-2 with 88 points allowed, and I think that's pretty good. 88 points through 7 weeks. I don't think that's bad. I'm gonna say, bro, you still got liquor in the shot glass. I'm watching you, bro.
Really one of them.
So Reckless has been having a pretty quiet season. They're flying under the radar. Haven't been making too much noise. I guess that's because Ramsey ain't been talking too much because he ain't playing. But we haven't really heard too much from Reckless. They quietly have only lost 2 games.
I thought they lost 1 or 2 games.
Nope. And they're not giving up a lot of points. DC is the reigning quarterback of the year. So he's keeping things fairly under control. They're keeping games under wraps. I want to say they have a couple shutouts this season, maybe. But last week they got Cartel their last week. So, it could be 6-2, it could be 5-3. I'm gonna easily say 5-3. But it was a solid regular season. They're gonna come in like second in the AK Digital division. So it's a good season for them so far. FS1 at 5-2, 76 points allowed. And I think it's crazy because they're third or fourth in the division at 5-2, which is good for second in most divisions. Because you got 1 undefeated, 1 loss, and 1 2 loss, 1 3 loss. But here you have like 2 losses and 3 1 losses, or 3 1 losses and then it's them at 2, or 2 losses, something like that. But it's 4 teams with 5 wins in this division, 5+, which easily makes this the strongest division. So for them to have a record like this in the division that they've had it in, I think it's pretty impressive. 4 teams with 5 wins. It was a gauntlet of a division. Solid crossover games. This was a mashup of 3 rosters, Grimy, Force, and Squad. I want to say they impressed me with what they were able to pull off this season. They have Stoney, the last game of the season. I want to say they can only just fuck up Stoney's 3 or 4, but Stoney's going to win the division regardless, I believe.
Yep. Like damn Bucko.
Yeah. So FS1 can only improve or hurt their standings in the playoff race. So this is big on them. Stoney can actually rest if they wanted to, because either way, y'all in that 3-4 spot. All right. At number 4, I have Flagrant at 6-1, 83 points allowed. I like to think that they're one of the stronger defenses in the league, more competent offensively than they've been in recent seasons. They showed their ass last week. They were Bobby and Vino finally were able to make a connection. I want to say Vino broke 100 yards maybe for the first time this season.
He went off.
Yeah, he definitely he went off. He was running post routes like he was 30 on the younger side of 30. it's going to be Gretchen did a thing. Gretchen and Bobby, they've been having a connection for a while, so they were able to demonstrate that. Like the connection between Bobby and Gretchen and Bobby and Vino looked scary against Boom last week. There was absolutely nothing that Boom could do. So if they can keep that going, it's going to be tough to go along with that defense that they have. So them getting the 3-4 seed going into playoffs is going to be beneficial for them. Up until it gets to that Elite Eight Final Four day, then it'll just be about stamina and execution. And to see what Bobby does in the playoffs is going to be the telltale with the decision that they made to make Bobby the new quarterback, because it was a lot of eyebrows raised when it was talks like, hey, Bobby might be their next quarterback. And then when you actually saw it happen, you're like, But they did make the Final Four the last time that they were together. And you just never know what they do going into the playoffs. So it's going to be interesting to see. They had success. They only lost one game going into the last week against Legacy. It's going to should be a good game. No Bobby. So they got a little bit riding on the line. It could be another 2-loss team. It could be another one loss. But either way, I believe this is for the division with them in Legacy. So, yeah, I guess I let my prediction do its thing on that.
You taking the shot already?
Oh, yeah, I took the shot, bro. You lacking. I got the band at number 3 in my power rankings. 5-1, 77 points allowed. The band is having a pretty solid season. Playing some smooth football. Blake has throttled the teams he was supposed to throttle. They've only lost one game, so in this division, that pretty much says a lot. They have one game left against – no, they have 2 games. They play 420 and somebody. I haven't looked at the schedule yet to do my predictions, but they have 2 games this week. And I feel like in this division, if you have one loss, you're a strong team. Like, you are ready for the playoffs. And we know the story with this team. In seasons past, they have never won a playoff game.
Wow.
The band has never won a playoff game. Never made it out the first round. Never seen turf. Ever. Since start the band, gentrified, smashed the homies. They have not seen.
It's the curse, bro. It's the curse of Kurt. It's the curse of Kurt, bro. I'm about to tell you.
Crazy, man. So, okay, they have Demon Time and 420. So, that's tough to go one loss in this division. Like, you just knew these teams were just going to beat up on each other. But to make it out unscathed with just one loss, I want to say that's a good regular season. But that's what this team does. That's what this team does. So it makes it scary, because if you come out and have another season like that and then smoke it in the first round, it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen that from this group. So I'll leave an asterisk by it, because we've seen this story before. I don't know what it is after that 8th game, after week 8, and it goes in the playoffs. I don't know what it is, but something just switches. So hopefully, they got a new defense, or a new player on defense that has been, changing things up. So, I mean, we're going to see. They playing some good ball. T1T at number 2, 7-0, 92 points allowed. Gene is the crafty dual threat quarterback who hasn't looked too much like a dual threat lately. Gene ain't been running as much as he has before. I'm going to say he cut his hair. He lost his powers.
What you say, Samson?
Yeah. Yeah, Gene getting fat, man. I don't know what it is, but my boy ain't been running. He just sent me a text.
He seems so even keel now. He just be chilling.
He is chill, bro.
Be hollering, and I'll be like, bro, like, it's you.
Gene been getting old,
That nigga is zen.
I'm getting old, bro. He ain't trying to do too much. He ain't yelling on the field no more. Hey, listen to what I'm saying. Do this. We gonna be good. Just listen to me. He ain't got to argue with nobody. They ain't just they having a good season. I guess when you're undefeated, ain't too much to yell about. They played the schedule in front of him.
He called his shot though. That's the week.
He said he was going undefeated.
He called his shot.
Yeah, him and Nick had a bet preseason. Gene said he's going number 1 and undefeated, and Nick said, I bet you don't. Going into the last week, it's pretty cool to see for that bet, the way that bet playing out. You know, Nick got 2 games to play. Well, Cartel has 2 games to play for first place. Nick made the bet. Gene got 1 game to play. So it's all about points allowed, and we got to win both games to see if who pays out who on this bet. But Gene definitely called the shot. He said, I'm going undefeated. I'm going for number 1. So it's going to come down to points allowed. But he stood up to what he said. He went undefeated. And playing, you know, who they're playing last. I want to say it's a BB. I see them finishing out 8-0. So with that, in first place, I have the Cartel at 6-0 with 76 points allowed. I don't know how we got to 6-0 at this point. Like, I didn't expect our division to be as weak as it was. A few of those teams surprised me with their performance this season. I thought they would have been better than they were. It gave us room to move around and not show up. I guess we got away with attendance this season. We had a few people hurt. We had a few people not sign the waiver. We had a few people out of town, and teams kind of let us get away with, you know, just showing up how we showed up. They ain't take advantage. So, you know, hopefully going into the playoffs, you know, we got 2 games this week. This will be a good test for us for, you know, getting into playoff shape. Having 2 games, you know, we're going to have people show up if we want to close out that 1 seed going undefeated in the regular season. We got to keep the points low to keep it you know, and grasp of the 1 seed, because T1T is just lurking. They are 92, so 16 points behind with 1 game.
Yeah, y'all got it.
With 1 game to play. We got 2 games. Yeah, they got 1 game. We got 2 games. And I don't, and just me, this.
I'm sure if it really matters.
It don't matter if we get the 1 or 2, but me speaking as a member of Cartel, not the show, fuck Regulars and Infantry. Those are 2 teams that I don't see scoring a lot of points anyway.
I won't beat y'all.
And I don't see us losing, but I don't see us giving up a lot of points either. So I fully expect us to get the 1 seed, go into the playoffs 8-0. Typically, teams have shied away from going 8-0 before, but we are one of the teams to go 8-0 and to go 12-0. So I don't think that really the mental fortitude that you need to pull that off is, I think we're equipped for that. So whatever, you just got to beat us when you beat us. That being said, I want to look at the seeders, where we stand right now going into week 8. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, for sure. We for sure have this, and teams have let us get away with it. And I'm okay with that. Lane, my boy, what's up? So right now, the way it looks,
yeah, they gonna let it ride. Shit.
The Cartel will face Infantry first round. So I mean, we see them week 8 anyway. So that's just for right now. But since they'll be losing in week 8, that's going to change. And then I believe they have 2 games to play anyway. Yeah, they're 2-4. So shit's going to be all bad for Infantry. They play us in open bar, actually. And that open bar game is going to be kind of tough for them, too. So, and then the Cartel game is their 2nd game. So they open bar, I hope, doesn't give them too much of a run. And I don't know how prepared that team is to play 2 games. I don't even know how prepared we are to play 2 games. So I can't even. It's going to be a dogfight for us regardless on the day we play 2 games. But, you know, if this was our first round matchup, I wouldn't be mad at it. T1T would play 420. We've seen that matchup often, but with 420 having to fight for their lives against Japan, I don't think that 420 is going to be in that 15 spot. So I expect that to change. Flagrant would play Boom if playoffs were to start today, and that doesn't look good for Boom at all. They just played. Zay just got hurt.
They got 2 games this week too, right? No?
Boom?
Yeah.
Boom is...
That's a good question, dog.
Boom is 4-3. No, they got one game.
We might have left LOD.
They are 4-2. Why are they not in here?
So what would they be?
That's why I messed up. I gave them an extra loss, so I took them out.
They might be where BB is.
They had 4-2. So the 2-loss teams stop at Reckless has 2 losses. Hitman has 2 losses. FS1 has 2 losses. Loaded has 2 losses. So they would be right in the mix there.
So LOD could be anywhere between.
I don't even have Loaded in there.
Damn, Loaded not even in here.
Yep. I don't even have Loaded in there. See, so this is all that.
That's, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, take that screen off.
Full screen.
Oh, okay, wait, no, Loaded is 9. Loaded in there 9.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was thinking maybe they'd be where LOD would be where BP is.
Yep, at 10. That would make more sense.
Here, right here. See, we've been drinking.
For sure. I'm gonna pull up another shot.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
See, players fuck up, y'all. Yeah. This is what they don't show y'all on ESPN. They be fucking up.
Give us partial screen on. Y'all gotta realize, man, I work from home. I do this shit while I'm working. So I'm only human. I'm gonna mess up sometimes. Don't peg me as biased. I just make mistakes sometimes.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, LOD would be in there. They are definitely in the playoff race. Yeah, I noticed. You about to be loud, man.
No, I'm not, Gene.
You definitely are. But all right, so we have Flagrant playing Boom. Stoney will play the Family. I think that'll be an interesting matchup just because of how Stoney did them the first time. It wasn't pretty. So these are a lot of rematches. I want to say these first 4 matchups have all happened this season so far. I want to say the Band and Legacy, they might have seen each other this season. I don't know. But that would be a good matchup. Does Legacy's whole roster show up, and does the Band make it out the first round if that's the matchup? That's not an ideal matchup that the Band would want. I want to say they played each other first round before at that as well. So that'd be an interesting first round for the Band. And then we have FS1 and Mob Ties. Mob Ties first year in the playoffs. Really, both teams first year in the playoffs. We got FS1 as a first team combining 3 different teams. The dual decisions with the quarterback with Grady and Dedrick being able to change the pace for Mob Ties defense. That'd be an interesting matchup, but I think FS1 would be stronger there. And then we got Reckless versus Habibi with the 7 and 10. I think things are going to change there for both teams. I think both will move now. I think Habibi sees themselves out of the playoffs, and I think Reckless taking another loss will move down in the standings as far as seeding goes, at least. Hold on. I need to see the 8-9 matchup. I know it's going to be loaded. Yeah, loaded Hitman. Loaded Hitman at the 8 and 9. I think that would be a pretty good first round game. This doesn't happen on Thursday night show. You're absolutely right. Unforeseen circumstances. Quite a lot has happened. We had to change it to a Friday show. So just bear with us, Burgers. I don't know who you are.
Hitman.
No, Loaded versus Hitman.
I'm about to say we need
8-9.
I want to see.
Yeah, but this would be if the playoffs was to start today. So essentially we'd be kicking Infantry out and putting Habibi in closer to 10. I mean, putting the LOD in around there and kicking Infantry out to get them in.
Infantry, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So
yes, well, LOD, yeah.
Yeah. So to get to predictions, because this last week has playoff implications written all over it. We have some games more important than others. I feel like when they, and I don't know how it worked out like this because the matchups going into week 8, like Flagrant and Legacy playing each other, the Van 420 playing each other. Those are some important games. And I don't know how the schedule worked out like that, or, with the importance of them winning. Like, that game is important for them to win, and then they play each other. The likeliness of that happening, I mean, I feel like it might have worked out somewhere, depending on what you did early in the season. Before it to happen this week, I feel like it just lines up for an entertaining week of football. You need to throw that thing on the charger, bro.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, so at 9 a.m., and some of these games are pretty insignificant just because they are not going to make the playoffs. But this first one with Boom and Playmakers, I feel like this helps Boom out a lot. I think Playmakers is having a rough time. I don't see them winning this game. I'm going to say Chuck probably shows up. Boom probably goes 5-3, so that should secure their spot in the playoffs. I got them winning this game.
Me too.
High speed, hard to guard. Hard to guard is 2-5. High speed is 2-5. Neither team is going to make the playoffs.
I'm taking high speed.
I'm going to take high speed too. I'm tired of betting with hard to guard. They've really not. They've underachieved this season. Being vets hasn't mattered. I don't see them coming together this last week to really make a difference. And I see high speed taking it serious, trying to get momentum going into the next season, going into the summer session, getting ready to come back a bit stronger, having some things figured out. They probably one of those things is like, yeah, we're gonna come back next season. We're gonna do that. So that's what they probably telling themselves. But I'm gonna take high speed.
They're not far, man.
They not, but we're gonna see what they add to the off season to really make a difference. It might be the division. They probably need to play somebody else, but at the end of the day, you got to play somebody, and you just got to put up with what you got to put up with. 10 o'clock, we got Cartel versus Reckless, the landing foe. 10 a.m. Mob Ties versus the Family.
The game right here.
It
a lot
is.
of riding on it.
It is. And
I'm going to take Mob Ties, to be honest.
You taking Mob Ties.
Yeah.
Mob Ties is 4-3. Family is 3-3. Family has 2 games. Mob Ties has 1.
We're going to take Mob Ties, man. I honestly think they better than Family.
I don't think they're gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Family, man.
Okay.
Dre knows this is important. I don't think he's gonna be drunk off his ass this week. Mob Ties has a rusher that can give Dre problem. Dre has a problem of letting people getting up on him. I want to say Swag and BMO combined for 3 sacks last week. I'm not even counting the conversions. So Ray might be able to get to him. I don't know if he bothers him that much. But yeah, you have a point conqueror. Mob Ties does not beat a team with a winning record. But Family doesn't have a winning record, being 500. So, I don't know. This is a coin flip for me, to be honest. But I'm gonna take the Family.
It's a good game. Got Mob Ties on.
Yeah.
Since it's such a close game, let's do a friendly wager.
What?
Friendly wager?
No.
No?
I don't trust neither one of them. LOD versus Terror Squad at 11. I'm taking LOD. I got LOD going 6-2, bro.
LOD versus who?
Terror Squad.
Oh, yeah, LOD.
Yeah. Marcus quit mid-season. They trying to figure out quarterback situation. But even if they have Marcus,
George won a ring on Father's Day. Stop
really,
whining, y'all.
really didn't matter.
Yeah. LOD. LOD is 6-2. You called this.
Mm-hmm. I said the preseason.
You called this.
I was high on LOD this season, especially with this division in. But that first round, I don't know. It could get ugly. We're gonna see what they do. That 6-2 might not mean nothing. They could play somebody underachieving with a bullshit record, but it's a good team. Like they see Legacy first round, and all the Legacy people show up. And then you're like, damn, we did all that to go out in the first round. It's like that season. I was on Habibi. We went 8-0, bro.
Y'all got grimy.
We got grimy.
In the first round.
I was like, damn, we pulled grimy first round. They the 16 seed, make it to the championship game.
Yeah, they ran that shit off to the championship.
All their people was healthy. It was crazy. Embarrassing, but crazy. All right, Re-Up versus Loaded at 11. I'm taking Loaded.
Ooh,
I don't care who show up for Loaded.
T1 should play quarterback this game too.
What? Angel can play quarterback this game. 12 o'clock, Habibi versus T1T.
Habibi versus T1T.
Yeah, I'm taking T1T. Put Habibi out their misery, man.
They ain't gonna get shut out though, but they gonna lose.
Maybe. They let Hitman shut him out. It's definitely...
Yeah.
They let Hitman shut him out. They let two teams shut him. They got shut out. Luby ain't have an out route for the day that could get him 6 points. I ain't like that for my former chefs, man. I used to play for BB. I don't like that. I wanted to put a jersey on and help him out, just to score. But, all right, whatever. 12 o'clock, Demon Time versus Southside Assassins. Meh. I'm going to take Southside. Evil versus Bad Intentions at 1.
I take Southside too.
Yeah, I know you're going to take Southside.
I think they better than Demon Time.
Well, yeah, for sure. Look, now, Demon Time.
They barely beat fucking Reed.
They going to make some videos this week because they know that I didn't pick against them. They definitely watched the show. I appreciate y'all from Demon Time.
I fuck with Demon Time too. They good people.
Y'all ain't got to blow my notifications up this week. I know I'm picking against y'all. Y'all ain't got to remind me. Hey, now low key, I do got my Father's Day fit, ready for the 16th. I'm gonna get there in a minute when we get. It's dads out there in the field, y'all.
We outside on Father's Day, bro.
We got the band and 420 at 1 o'clock, which should have been a 6 o'clock game. I'm taking the band. I'm gonna pick 420, finishing their crash and burn.
They ass out they misery.
Yeah, they just go ahead, pull the triggers.
I just feel like it's over with.
Yeah, free smoke.
With the tip, Nino on the roof, tear rolling down the cheek.
Yeah, brothers keeper for sure.
Brothers keeper.
Because 420 let this one get away from them. In this division, like I said, you got 4 teams with 5 wins, 5+ wins.
And the band know they can put them out. They got about 3 people on their team used to play on 420.
They drooling. They ready.
Lee, Lenzo. Like, yeah, let's get these niggas up out of here. Lenzo probably gonna rush Juice.
Nah.
I know we talked about this.
I think the band is gonna rush a lady. Brandon has a thing with running quarterbacks where he likes to clean up second and like do it again. We gonna see. Fool like to play like that. I'm 6'5". I'm pulling flag in the most legal way that I can. Go running again. Come on. How many times you gonna do that? But I'm taking the band. I don't know. I don't like
the band too, man.
I cannot pick 420 in a close game. And even if this was going to be a close game, I'm not taking 420.
I feel like if folks want to lose this game, they ass is breaking up. I feel like this team is over with if they lose 3 in a row. The way they lost last week and then they lose this game to the band, I feel like this shit over with.
They go 3-5?
I feel like this shit over with. After making it to the turf, nah, bro.
Dog, you think they go 3-5?
Yeah, they losing.
3-5 is crazy work.
Blake gonna figure that shit out.
3-5 is crazy work, 420. That's all I'm gonna say. Hitman versus Pressure at 2 o'clock. I'm going Hitman. Open bar infantry at 2. I need a quarter for this one.
Open bar and who?
Infantry. It's a coin flip.
Infantry not getting in. Right?
No, they're not getting in.
Infantry better than open bar though.
Are they? Are they?
Yeah, they open. They
No, you can't say
they
that.
better than open bar.
This the game we gonna find out. Cause I don't know.
Hey, they better know about.
Hey, shout out to 30 people. Somebody dropped off, but it was 30. Someone's counting. Shout out to 30 people.
They was on
Friday
infantry.
night.
Whoever was that 30th person was on infantry for sure. They ain't like my comment.
I got infantry, bro.
I need a quarter. I got to flip a coin on this one.
I feel you.
I'm gonna take open bar just for the sake of Brian losing twice on this day. Brian by 2 scores, he ain't gonna score twice.
Ron ain't going out like that.
This game is gonna be 12.
Ron is not going out like that.
He might score twice. It's gonna be 12-16.
Yeah, rough season, but he ain't going out like that.
He going out.
I mean, yeah, he going out.
He going out.
But he ain't gonna go out like that.
Like that or like this. He going out. Like this or that. Which one you want? He on his way out. All right. Why is this game at 3:00? Terror Squad versus Playmakers. Yeah, Bo. I say Terror Squad.
I don't give a fuck.
Playmaker.
They both weak.
Hey man, you can't say that.
They both weak.
You can't say that. I'm going Terror Squad. Playmakers not figuring it out this season.
I'm gonna go with Terror Squad too.
Yeah.
They ain't saying a lot though.
Legacy Flagrant 3:00.
It's the battle of the receivers at QBs.
For sure. D-Baby Vino.
The number one receivers is at QB. Who's a better quarterback?
Wait, no, that's D-Baby number 2 receiver over there. Yeah.
Depending on who you ask.
What? Reggie is number 1 on both sides.
I think it's debatable.
Why?
Depending on who you ask.
Who you asking?
I mean,
That's gonna say D-Baby is over Reggie at number 1. D-Baby? Because that's got to be the only person on the survey. Anybody else you ask is gonna say Reggie is the number 1 option on offense and defense.
you gotta do it a lot.
Huh?
You gotta do it a lot.
Got to do what a lot?
Consistently. You do number 1 shit consistently.
Huh?
Thank you.
We switched.
Thank you. We definitely switched. But
That ain't changing. Since
you've been diplomatic as fuck all season. I told you that.
anyway, bro, D-Baby over Reggie, where?
I'm not saying who's a better player.
I just said number 1 depth chart, wide receiver, cornerback.
I think it depends on who you ask.
Unless you're asking D-Baby.
How many said D-Baby is better than Reggie? Burgers, the top tier, said D-Baby is wide receiver number 1. I think it depends who you ask.
All right.
I know where you're going.
I ain't going nowhere.
But I hear you though. I do. I want to be clear. I hear you. I hear you.
Well, we're gonna see. They have a division championship game on their hands. This can totally change the tide of this season. Take them from a 12 seed, bring your shot glass.
They said Crazy don't even show up.
He ain't gotta show up. Does Crump show up? And y'all still gonna put y'all number 1 on him every time.
Is Crump number 1? I'm just asking. This ain't even for.
I'm never number 2.
This ain't even for. I'm asking like from this point of view, right? Because we talking about Reggie and DB. They said Reggie don't even show up. Crump don't show up. It wasn't showing up. So I'm asking you.
At what point would you ever say Zay is a number 2?
Okay.
Tyreek Hill that one.
Okay.
About it. We cheers in this one. You want me to do it through the show?
Yeah.
So he about to go upstairs and comment.
You better go back upstairs and comment and shit.
Keep the stream up.
What that last one say? Cool. And
I feel like this is a great.
I've been telling people send their questions in. Oh.
I feel like this is a great conversation.
What about me and Crump?
No, in period. Like when we talk about number ones, number twos, and so forth. Because I feel like D Baby, Reggie, you Crump, they're comparable arguments.
For us, we don't look at it like a number one, number two thing. If Crump got 8 catches for all the touchdowns that game and we win, I don't care. If it's the other way, Crump don't care. We are okay with knowing that it ain't shit that y'all got to deal with both of us. So pull up. Let's do it. Like I'm okay with if BT go off and neither one of us have a day. But when it's time to make a play, like Nick has made decisions where I'm going to Crump. And I was looking like, what? But I knew like, yeah, he probably should go to Crump. And it's been times that in that situation where he didn't call my number and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know. I can't make that decision for Legacy. I can't really say. In my opinion, I think Reggie is the number one receiver. But let's talk about number ones after this. We at 130, right? We at 130. We gonna let's talk about it after this. So that was Legacy Flagrant. I'm gonna take Flagrant.
Legacy Flagrant.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Flagrant.
I'll take Flagrant too.
Because I don't know how Legacy gonna show up. They've been bullshitting, and I don't know what's going on with Sunshine back. I don't know quarterbacks.
I think if Sunshine plays quarterback, then you got Sunshine versus Vino. It gets a little dicey.
Yeah.
I think if it's Vino versus D Baby, Vino has a body of work at quarterback in the league that shows that.
I think Vino could still beat Legacy though.
With Mike playing quarterback.
Mm-hmm. I think he could because of Flagrant's defense. Legacy's defense is just scaring me right now. Everybody hasn't shown up, and I don't know how they're gonna show up.
It's a wild card game. It's a difficult game to call.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Flagrant though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Flagrant too. I have way more questions for Legacy than I do Flagrant.
Yeah. Demon Time Band at 4:00. I got the band in a throttle. Another game that doesn't really mean anything, but should be a good game. Stony versus a Conqueror.
We gonna get that.
We're disrespectful to D Baby. You should hear half the shit he say about you should hear that shit.
We gonna get that though.
You should hear the shit that he used to say about me. That's what you should hear. So
I think he came off that though.
I mean, he can't have a choice.
I think he came off.
I think everybody came off of that. The temperature has changed around the conversation around me a lot over the last couple of years, but whatever. I don't think I'm disrespectful. That's my opinion, that he has a teammate that's all world. So
I feel like y'all got a unique story.
No, we don't. No, we really don't.
I was there.
So that doesn't make
I was there.
That doesn't make it unique.
Yeah, I think it's unique.
I don't think so. And I don't think it's worth talking about. Because FS1 and Stony at 4 doesn't mean nothing to y'all, but y'all don't want to lose another game.
We're not losing in the division.
Well, yeah, y'all not losing the division.
We're not losing in the division. We're gonna beat them too.
Right. I'm gonna pick Stony. I like y'all.
And after that, we buying the Hood Grady Bowl.
Chat, I'm gonna say, chat, y'all ask questions. We could go on tangents and answer these questions. Like, make it spicy. Like, yeah, make it spicy. Let's talk. I want to.
But them questions,
since I'm so diplomatic, like, come on with the questions.
Oh, you lit? It's Friday night.
I mean, I ain't lit, but I'm willing to answer some questions. We have at 5:00 Family versus Open Bar. Damn, does Family go 2-0? That's the thing. They playing 2 games.
They beat Open Bar,
but they played twice. They played twice.
They beat Open Bar. They not losing Open Bar.
They gonna lose one of these games.
They more liable to lose the Mob Ties than they are Open Bar.
They gonna lose one of these. They ain't going 2-0.
Yeah, they do. I picked Mob Ties.
They about to kick it at the Pullman Center tonight. We about to be lit.
Ain't it like a fucking space party, a game night or something?
There's something going on there tonight. Pull up to the Pullman Center. I don't know if you got an RSVP. We gonna figure it out. But
we'll get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I'm gonna
play, but whatever.
I'm gonna take the family. Y'all ain't coming with them questions though. That like y'all ain't asking shit. Y'all ain't asking shit.
We're not losing to them niggas.
We got infantry versus cartel at 5:00. Playing at 4.
I got cartel.
Who is the most unimpressive top 10 team right now?
There you go. That's pulling that out.
At 6:00, we have pressure and LOD. I'm taking LOD.
Hey, who asked?
That's Swag.
Hey, Swag, we got you. We gonna come back.
I'm gonna take LOD. That wraps up the predictions for the week. I'm gonna take this question. Who is the most unimpressive top 10? I mean, Habibi, because they're number 10 and they on their way out. Yeah, out of everybody else, Loaded, Hitman, Reckless, FS1, Stony, Flagrant, Band, T1T, and Cartel. I'm gonna say it's Habibi. They're the most unimpressive.
Yeah, I think Habibi is an easy answer.
Yeah, they just got group back to back.
Twice.
Back to
one
back.
day.
Same day.
They
ran the same place.
Them niggas played an hour and 20 minutes of flag football.
And didn't score.
Didn't score. The comp.
Grab this, Swag.
Why do you think you're better than Crump?
Why the what?
Why do you think you're better than Crump?
Because I am.
Oh.
Because I am.
See, competitors is gonna talk that shit regardless.
Like what you want me to say? Because I am. But that's my teammate, and y'all can't fuck with him either. So make a decision and put who you gonna put on him, and then watch what happens. You put who you gonna put on me, and watch what happens. Ain't nothing you can do either way. Who is better, right? They're not asking me for that.
Yeah, they asking.
Hey, Lana, RSVP me. Take it with you.
I mean, you can't really answer it anyway.
I can't answer that because it's always gonna be me.
As he should.
Every time.
Because Crump don't say him.
Of course he should. But we work well together.
Ooh. Wow.
I'm not deflected. I'm gonna say Zay every time.
Where's that?
Every time I'm gonna say Zay. I will say I'm the best player in the league every time until you get to talking quarterback. Then I gotta give Nick the nod. But
in Russia, you're not the best Russian.
Come on, dog. I literally watch people run around you sometimes. Like
you don't dominate them niggas like I do though.
Nobody runs.
Nobody's run this year.
I've watched a couple people just scoop skedaddle ever.
I seen Dre scoop skedaddle on you.
That's Dre. I've seen lesser running this. Clay? I've seen Clay. D-Son,
Clay's not lesser.
Hey, why are you talking when you retiring, bro? Don't. I'm not even.
I'm not saying that out loud.
I'm not even finna go there with you,
you
bro.
dirty bastard.
Not going there with you, bro.
I'm the best wrestler right now.
Part-time ass nigga.
It's not close though. Like I'm literally the best. It's not close.
You know, I'm on call for Russia. I play corner now.
I am too.
I play corner now.
I am too. I'm at the receiver.
You don't dominate niggas like me. It's tough. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
What's that?
Lil Wayne, drink champs. Drink champs. Lord. The infantry had to figure out how to add Rob and Cheeks.
Hey, man. Who was the most impressive in the top 10? Did you answer?
The most impressive?
Let's show the top. We don't have it in a format, but we have it though.
So Habibi at 10, Loaded at 9, Hitman at 8, Reckless at 7, FS1 at 6, Stony at 5, Flagrant at 4, Bandit 3, T1T at 2, Cartel at 1. I'm gonna say the Band at 3.
Most impressive in the top 10?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because in their division, that's the toughest division.
True.
In the top 10, that's the one team just strictly off of they have one loss and giving up the least amount of points. That's why that's the most impressive to me.
Okay.
That's the toughest division. They played y'all already. That's the toughest team in that division.
True.
They only have one loss. They're gonna win this week against 420.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a cakewalk of a game against who is it? Demon Time Maria? Like whatever. They have a cupcake game outside of 420. The Band in this division easily had the most impressive season. Because what can you say behind that?
I honestly think it's between 3 teams. Us, Stony, Cartel, Flavor.
I wouldn't count us in there because we have a very weak division.
But I also think that y'all had a lot of internal shit going on.
That ain't got nothing to do with our weak ass.
That's impressive though.
Weak ass division.
You still got a ball.
We could get away with that because our division weak.
All right. I think us, we're in the toughest division. The only game we lost was out of the division.
To Flagrant. And the Band only lost to y'all?
And the Band lost to us, yeah. And then I would say Flagrant because Flagrant, they beat us. They beat us and they didn't have a lot of people.
Yeah, that was crazy. That first week, that was crazy.
Yeah,
they was all out of town.
And they didn't have a lot of people.
They was out of
lost to y'all, but they didn't have a quarterback.
We didn't have a lot of people either, but whatever.
I mean, yeah. I mean, quarterback, a lot of people. I mean, I think the quarterback will outweigh a lot of people.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I think it's between those 3 teams. Me personally.
I'm going to Band.
I ain't mad with the Band, though.
Yeah. You wasn't expecting that either. I could tell by the you was like, why?
What you mean?
You like, why? So infantry had to figure out how to add Rob. Add Rob who?
I'm assuming he meant Ron.
Hell yeah, they should have added Ron.
Hell yeah, they should have added Ron and keep Chuck.
What? Ron needs to play everywhere except quarterback.
I'm confused how that was even a fucking thing.
That fucking typo.
Yeah, we know it's Ron.
Yeah, for sure.
For anybody who don't know, he mean Ron.
Yeah, add Ron, keep Chuck, let Ron.
First off, Ron, you know what?
Switch fucking positions.
First off, Ron,
switch fucking
you leaving us is crazy. But I'm gonna let you work because we had conversations. But it's crazy.
I was just listening.
The same conversation I have with Ron. I'm having Ron
what you say?
On the phone.
What you say?
Via text, in person. Your ass tweaking.
Going to quarterback.
Your ass tweaking. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he did what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna check the comments.
So, yeah, but yes.
It's new comments, man. Go down. Go down, bro.
I got you, G.
Pause. That was crazy.
Who has the best group of women in the league?
Offensively or defensively? Because the Band got it offensively. The Band got it offensively.
Band. I think the Band got the best collection.
Slide to them other comments, though. Nigga, slide to the other comments, nigga.
422. I think.
We're offensively or defensively? Because it's free Meek. Free Meek.
Meek, Sarah, Kim.
No, Sarah will be wild. Kim, no. Ineffective. Sarah, I watch her make
them all name.
a lot of mistakes. I need to see them other comments though. But no. The Band.
I got you.
The Band.
Which 14? Which 4 seed?
Top 4 seed has the highest chance to get bumped round 1. Whoa. Top 4 round 1?
That's a good question. I don't think none of them for real.
T1T? Fuck you mean?
It would depend on who they draw. Right now, you got T1T. We got T1T
with a matchup with 420. That's the most likely. Right now? Okay, yeah. But after 16?
Let's
right now it'll be 420.
Which
T1T
top 4 team has the hot Yeah.
T1T.
I don't think nobody willingly wants to play 420.
T1T ain't won a first round game in a year. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not fighting history with nobody. If I see the band lined up against Legacy that first round, I'm going Legacy. I'm taking the odds. I'm going Legacy. Do you believe Flagrant is a real contender?
Yeah.
For sure. With that defense, every time they have a more competent offense. Yep.
Good defense, great woman, smart quarterback.
You said great woman? That's crazy. Great woman is crazy.
Woman.
Great woman is
Great
crazy.
woman. I love that woman. I like that woman.
What answer were you looking for, Ashley? Like, type in the answer you were looking for. Let me.
don't even know what
Let's talk about. We're gonna start a conversation off the answer that you give. Give me that answer. Why do y'all give the band so much credit? Where we said they didn't won a playoff game ever. They're great regular season.
They asked it because we said
They only won one. They only lost one game. We giving them credit for what they've done.
I mean, you do got to be real though. Like they're the toughest division. They only lost one game. I mean, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
They about to finish the season with one loss. They did their job in that division. They beat everybody else except them.
Do you think they're gonna watch 420?
Wash? I don't think the 420 game should just be a wash. That's gonna be a game. But like I said, it comes down to 420 being in games. They're in games. I don't trust them in a close game. Flagrant at 4. He don't even play for Flagrant. What has
the Conqueror want to know what's going on with the band. The Conqueror don't like the band.
Yeah, they've played in the regular season. They played their regular season games. I mean, whatever.
I mean, it's the toughest division in the league, and they lost one game.
Y'all do not like giving people credit.
I think it's one of those things where it's like
they don't know how to separate
in this perception
from being on their teams to giving these other teams credit.
I still think that. I still think that's Blake. I really do. I think he's
Blake.
I think he's trying to throw the scent off.
No, man.
I think he's trying to throw the scent off. Ooh.
He doubled down on the Flagrant 4 shit. Like,
yeah, he said,
get this nigga a holster.
Fuck Flagrant.
That is crazy.
And I know Vino watching. That's why I said it. Fuck Flagrant.
Yeah, fuck Flagrant.
And more importantly, we gonna throw girls in.
All hell. What you say, huh? What'd you say?
I said and Morgan Park.
Fuck Flagrant and Morgan Park. So I give credit for average shit, but how many other 5-1 teams can you name right now?
5-1, a solid one.
It's only a couple 1-loss teams. So
RP. 5-1 is 5-1, man.
Yeah, it is. But I'm giving credit for 5-1. So how many 1-loss teams can you generate for me right now for this season? Because I'm just talking about right now. Since we're giving them too much credit, since that's average, how many teams have more than 1 loss? Conqueror. I don't know. Stay on these comments. What that say? What James Bolden say? Get his host. Get his host. Trailing what? Trolling. No. Okay. I guess. I'm giving y'all time. Like I'm really stalling on getting off for here. Giving y'all time to ask a couple more questions. Swag took the bottle, so yeah, I'm out. I'm not sticking. I'm not sticking around for too much longer. Ask something good.
There's more people in here. We gonna play that booty jump before we head out.
We ain't played it.
We played it. We gonna play it again before we head out.
No, we ain't gonna play it again. We not gonna play it again.
Play it again.
No, we ain't gonna play it again.
Booty jump, bro. Then.
There are.
I'm sorry. I scrolled.
1, 2.
He said, "You told me take the bottle."
3 teams with 1 losses. Not that average. Take his comment off. Yeah, I told you to take the bottle. Take his comment off, Deshaun.
I got you.
We beat Southside. You talking about beating Southside? Do not put his shirt up. Don't do that.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, bro.
We beat Southside?
We ain't doing that, dude. I hear you. Not the walk off.
What? He needs to be suspended for like 15 minutes.
Walk off.
What is he talking about?
Outside, right.
What is it? Hey, get y'all get somebody daddy a shirt.
Alright, y'all beat the Pistons, cool.
Get somebody daddy a shirt. Get this man out of here. Free shirt. Y'all get a participation medal.
Yeah, they get credit.
That's what I'm saying. The band is winning. Beat them. That's why they getting credit, because they ain't lost in this division. This is a tough division, and they ain't lost. Just get them people they credit, man.
They lost to us.
And y'all lost to Flagrant, right?
Yeah, but you said division.
Fair. For real, because they wildin'. All right, Swag. I'm done, man. Y'all ain't talking about nothing.
I can't.
Let me go enjoy my Friday, man. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. We brought y'all an early Friday, surprise Friday show. Weren't able to do it on Thursday. I appreciate y'all for pulling up and talking this through with us. What teams bring the baddest lady out? Ooh. Nah, Swag. It's Swag.
The Jordan Poole.
Come on, Swag. What? All right, Frog. Yeah, man, y'all have a good night, man. Enjoy y'all Friday. I gave my predictions. This is the last week of the regular season. We have week 8, week 7.5, week 8, kind of.
Yeah.
7.5
and 8.
We got another 6 o'clock day, so pack your shit up, get your lunches, bring your tents, get your water, get your babysitters, bring your babies, whatever you got to do, like whatever.
Keep y'all kids out the park, man. They was wilding last week.
After a certain time, because my kids was at the park last week, and it was cool up until a certain time. So just make sure y'all checking in on y'all kids for sure. Father's Day coming up. Get a somebody daddy shirt. Week 8, the last regular season week, look like it's gonna be decent weather. We should have a good time out there, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in on this Friday, improvising with us. Make Chicago Flag great again. Y'all have a good evening. It's Friday. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. I'll see y'all Sunday. Holla at y'all later.